Students, today it is the last topic of chapter 5, right? That is concept of development, importance of development, and the difference between training and development. Okay, in the previous lecture we have understood the concept of training, importance of training, right? Mostly this training and development, these both are the same, but the only difference is what? The only difference is that the training that will be given to the bottom level of management to increase their work efficiency or productivity, while this developmental programs that is there for the departmental heads and the top level officers or top level management. Okay, right? So let us understand the meaning and the concept of development. Right, see, the top level management, the departmental heads, they are more involved into the intellectual decisions that they need to take, right? Apart from mostly they don't have that any kind of physical activity or a physical labor, right? They need to think, they need to visualize the particular future to increase the productivity, to increase the profitability of the business, right? So for that, the particular training that will be given to them, for what purpose? For increasing their efficiency so that they can take effective policy decision, right? That we have already understood into the first chapter, right? That policy decision that will be taken by the top level officers and middle level management, they are going to help them out in taking out the particular policy decision, right? So by these various developmental programs, right, ultimately the top level management, or we can say the middle level of management, their ability is going to increase, right? Various developmental programs that is going to be there, like expert person, they will be called out from the outside of the company, they will be giving them particular training for that, and ultimately that efficiency, their skill to take decision, that is the intellectual decision, that is going to improve. Getting my point, right? Ultimately, as I said, see, training, it is a one kind of a shorter process, right? While development, it takes a long time, because in the training, what we are going to do, we are going to improve their physical ability to do the work. While in development, the main focus is what? The main objective is to improve or to increase the skill to take the intellectual decision, right? And when the intellectual decision capability that is going to increase, ultimate result is what? Ultimate result is that they are going to what? They are going to take the decision positively. Okay, so the minor difference is there between training and the development. Okay, development that will be done for whom? Developmental programs that will be done into the company, into the business unit, for what purpose? To increase the ability of the top level management and the various departmental heads. Okay, getting my point, right? So let us understand the meaning that development is the process of theoretical and practical knowledge to top level management and the departmental heads, right? That, see, same like a training, that it is that imparting theoretical and practical knowledge, okay, but to whom? To the top level management and the departmental heads, right? That means it will be more, we can say that intellectual training, it will be there, right? And the term development refers to a program helps to achieve the pre-decided objectives of the organization by improving the capabilities of the heads, that is the officers, right? That lies the particular that middle level management, like production departmental head, sales, administration, marketing, advertisement, whatever is there. Okay, right? So ultimately is the prime goal, the prime objective of the developmental program is to enhance the psychological, intellectual capability of the top level and the departmental heads, because see, they are involving into the various broad concept, broad ideas, or we can say that some innovative ways that need to be undertaken, right? So for that, they need to what? They need to get that particular training. Okay, right? So mostly it is not like that any kind of a physical labor that is involved. It is developmental programs, they are strictly and mostly they will be what? They will be psychological programs, psychological training that will be there, right? So see, whatever the people, they are sometimes they are they're unaware of their psychological capability, that if they are afraid of taking the decision, so these developmental programs, that is going to encourage, that is going to motivate them, okay, yes, you can do it. Okay, right? So simple, just remember this one thing only, that developmental programs or development, it is for the top level and the middle level of management, right? It is a long-term process and it is expensive. Okay, right? Ultimately it will increase, or can say it will improve or enhance the skill, knowledge of the various officers or heads, that is top level officer or the middle level officer. Okay. Now, importance of development, first that is increase in the technical knowledge. Understand this thing, that increase in technical knowledge, that means what? While providing a training, so new technology that has been technology that is always keep on changing. So when technology will be new, obviously those officers need to get that modern knowledge of the particular that we can say that that when they are involving into the production departmental, right, production departmental head is there, so that production head must be having that all the capability to take the technical decision, right, that must be aware of all over the working of the production department. So they need to what, some functions that don't require technical aspect, that will be given to them, that is the developmental program or developmental training that will be given to them. So with these developmental programs, what can be achieved? That yes, we can what, that positive decisions that by the managers that can be taken. Okay, right? Then research and new ideology. See, when you're that intellectual skill that is going to improve, right? So obviously when it comes to the administration, ultimately that new researches that can be taken place, new ideologies that will be introduced by the particular various departmental heads, right? Why? Because the knowledge is increasing. Right, and when the knowledge is increasing, obviously you are going to put more efforts, you are going to put more ideas, or you are going to take more new ideas into the company, into the business unit, right? So with the developmental programs, that is benefit of research and the new ideology, that is innovative ideas, innovations that can be taken place. Okay. Then third, development of the organization. Obviously when that they have the broad thinking, or when they are going to improve their knowledge, when they are going to improve their skill through the developmental programs, they can develop the business to the national as well as international level too, right? Because this top level and the middle level, these two are the particular levels of management who are going to involve into the psychological decision that is going to be implemented, or that will be a particular, it's going to play a very important role into the expansion and the growth of a business, right? So like new changes that will be adopted, new strategies that will be made, and ultimately when the strategies will be made, new ideas will be introduced into the company, business can grow, business can develop. Getting my point, right? Then optimum use of resources. See, whatever the available resources are, like that example that I have written here, that reducing unnecessary expenses, controls the cost of production, right? And when these things will be there, when the managers, they are capable of implementing the task with less errors, then obviously what is going to happen, that yes, the profitability of the business is going to increase, right? Because they have that particular background, right? They have the knowledge. Okay, yes, if we take this decision, then it will be costing more, and if we take the other decision, then it will be costing less, right? So through proper training, that is through the developmental programs, this thing can be achieved, that is optimum use of available resources. Then solution to the problems. See, as I said, okay, like that business, it is going to be affected by the various external factors like technological changes and everything, right? And new problems that are going to arise, right? So with the that thinking tank, or we can say that when they are going to have that intellectual capability, right? They can improve, or they can give this better solution to the problems. Right? See, because grievances that are going to happen when it comes to implementation at the bottom level, many of the questions that are going to arise, many of the problems that will come against the particular decisions taken by the middle level and the top level management, right? So through developmental programs, they can handle this situation very carefully and very helpfully, right? So obviously that solution to the problems that will be given. Okay, then effective supervision. Let's see what is the role of a supervisor. What is supervision? Supervision, that means to guide, to help, or to observe the things that has been done by the bottom level of management. So when these people, they are going to have that skill, right? So ultimately what they are going to do, they are going to supervise them, they are going to direct them in a correct way, right? Because with these developmental programs, their mental strength is going to increase, their thinking capacity, that is going to increase. Okay, and they are going to get better understanding and the better knowledge about the implementation of the work, that how to implement, what to implement, in what quantity, right? So supervision, that can become effective due to the developmental programs. 7, it reduces stress. See, Many of the that major issues when they are going to when it comes to the top level and the middle level management decision taking capacity, right, they are going to face some new challenges. They are going to have some serious issues with the particular implementation of the decision, right? So this thing, that is, it creates the lot of stress for the top level and the middle level of management. These developmental programs, while they are going to take this developmental program to be a part of that particular program, they are going to get the better understanding about the work, about the work culture that is there. They are going to learn new things. They are going to have that knowledge increase, or they are going to have that skill that is going to increase, right? So ultimately they can take decision with the particular cautiously, or we can say that judiciously, right? So ultimately the stress that is going to reduce. Okay, see, the maximum stress where it involves, the stress that is involved at the top level and the middle level. Why? Because they are mostly involved into the psychological decisions. Top level management, whatever the decision that they are going to take, ultimately it will impact or it will affect the overall organization. Getting my point, right? So this developmental programs, it is the one kind of a booster that, yes, it reduces what? It reduces the stress, right? It boosts the morale of the this top level and the middle level personnel, or they are going to feel encouraged, right? Because they have the particular solution, right? They are going to have that practicability. It will be there when they are going to implement the decision. Okay, right? Then development programs. See, development programs, that is there for what purpose? To meet the particular future changes that are happening into the business environment, right? So these developmental programs, it will help the particular managers to cope up with the changes that are going to occur in the future. Okay, right? Clear? So these are the importance of particular development. Okay, now here it's just a that I will give a brief about this, that is training and development difference, right? Meaning that is same, but what bottom level employees, they are going to get training, and the middle level and top level, they are going to get the development programs. Objective, that is to increase the efficiency and productivity into the workers, while development, they are going to have the objective of making, or we can say that, to prepare the future managers, right? They are going to what? They are going to improve their knowledge. They are going to increase the skill, right? They are going to think about, we can say that that whatever the things that are there available into the external changes that are going to happen, how to tackle the situation. That is the main objective. That they can enhance their skill, they can enhance their ability, right, of taking a decision, of implementing the policy decision, right? Center point, that is work is at the center, while here the future career and the probable challenges that are at the center. Time and expense, that is training, it is a shorter time, it can be there for a shorter period of time. Expenses, it is also less. Development is a long-term process and expensive. Why? Because it is there for the top level and middle level, right? Who imparts? See, training that will be given to the bottom level of management, it can be given by the middle level or various officers, or the expert person, or a specialized knowledge person, those who are there in the company. While this developmental program, some educational institutions, they are giving it, like IIM, IIT, or we can say that the expert of the various fields, they will be called out from the external, we can say that external training programs, or external training educators, they are going to come into the company and they are going to give the training. Okay, to whom? That is, it is given to staff of the bottom level, and it will be given to the heads at the working at the middle level and the top level management. Okay, right? So here we are concluding our 5th chapter, that is staffing, right? And go through it, whole chapter. Any doubt, let me know. Okay, you need to find out the question answer that is given in your textbook, that is exercise you need to solve. If you don't need, if you have difficulty in finding out the answer, do let me know, right? Okay, thank you.